One Central Florida family nearly lost their 3-year-old to an infection that often appears to be just like a common cold.
Doctors say there is actually an increase in kids catching Group A strep and getting incredibly sick from it.
WESH 2's Anika Hope shares this warning that his family and doctors want you to hear.
Gotcha!
Raiden Vasquez has got a lot of spunk for a 3-year-old.
Turn around and say cheese.
So his mom and dad didn't worry too much when he came home sick from daycare in February. At first.
Thursday, he just had a fever. Friday, he was okay. He was just not his usual self. And then Saturday morning, he was just really, really bad.
He was like, my head hurts. I was like, okay, baby, let's rest and hang out for a little. We went to sleep that night. He woke up in the middle of the night screaming on top of his lungs and punching his stomach and saying that his stomach was hurting.
But it wasn't a stomach ache. It was Raiden struggling to breathe. Mom and dad took him to the hospital.
Come to find out that he has strep A pneumonia along with rhinovirus, metapneumovirus, and adenovirus. So he literally had like a cocktail of a bunch of viruses.
And one of his lungs was filling with fluid. The doctors rushed Raiden from Celebration to the intensive care unit at Orlando's Advent Health for Children. That's where pediatric infectious disease doctor Fatma Levent learned Raiden was one of an increasing number of children with a severe Group A strep infection.
We have seen these cases before, but not in this intensity, and also numbers are higher than what we usually see.
In December, the CDC put out an alert to parents. Cases of strep A infections are multiplying and intensifying.
Why do you think this is happening?
First of all, we don't know, and we're trying to find out.
The bacteria can cause all sorts of other kinds of infections, like toxic shock syndrome, and even a flesh-eating bacteria.
How quickly can it develop into something like that?
It can definitely take days or sometimes hours.
That's what happened to an 11-year-old from Winter Park, Jesse Brown, who hurt his ankle on a treadmill.
A couple days later, they went to the ER in the morning because he woke up and he had his whole leg was covered in like splotchy, purpley red, almost bruising.
His family never saw the swelling or splotches underneath the brace Jesse wore for his ankle.
It was just spiraling his body. You know, the doctors were trying to save one system of organs and then the next system would fail.
By the time Jesse got treatment, it was too late.
For him to be taken away from us was just way too soon.
After weeks in the hospital, Raiden's family was praying that they wouldn't lose their little boy from the same infection.
Baby, papi, can you say hi to Theo? For you to see a 3-year-old go through this is very difficult.
Dr. Levent and her team tried rounds of antibiotics, a breathing tube, a surgery.
Hi, abuela.
Finally, after a near-death intervention, Raiden took a turn for the best.
I think, you know, first of all, you know, my Lord and Savior, because he guided us to us, because it was a difficult time.
Dr. Levent says early treatment is key, noticing any changes in a child's airways, breathing, and circulation.
You know, I don't want parents to freak out with all of this, but I want them to be informed and at least think about strep.
I think we kind of let down our defenses to think that it's okay to kind of wait things out. But with children, it's different. I think we need to be always on guard.
Not nearly as fast as he caught strep A, but just 2 months later, Raiden is out of the hospital and on to bigger things.
If we could prevent other families to go through this, it would be the best blessing. It would be. It's horrible.
Hello!
Anika Hope, WESH 2 News.